What's up, guys? Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Coach's Corner here at the Tivoli Tap House on another chillier Monday than what we're used to. That's why we're wearing our MSU number long sleeves, rocking it.
You know?
Juan wanted to copy me today. You know, no big deal. But anyways, as always, I'm so happy to be here. I'm your host, Celeste, Zubia, and with me is Juan Arellano. Who do we have on the show today, Juan?
All right, so we have Jeremy Tittle, men's soccer head coach, and he's going to be talking to us about the RMAC wins from last week here at home. We also have Barrett Elkins, brand new tennis head coach here at MSU Denver. And we also have Mackenzie Holden, sophomore from the women's tennis team.
Yeah, so a lot of new faces on the show tonight, but before we get to all those interviews, let's recap you guys everything that happened this past weekend with MSU Denver sports. We'll start with the volleyball team, who picked up 2 wins in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. After sweeping Adams State on Friday, the Roadrunners would follow suit the following night to defeat the Fort Lewis in straight sets. Coach Jenny Glenn's squad was led by Stephanie Larway's career-high 16 kills, hitting an impressive 682. The Roadrunners are now 6-6 overall and 3-1 in the RMAC.
Men's soccer was also at home this past weekend, and they also came away with 2 victories. Coach Tittle's squad scored 4 goals on 29 shots to get a little revenge on Colorado Christian. Yannick Schad scored his 3rd goal of the season. All have come from the penalty spot. After defeating South Dakota Mines on Friday, the Roadrunners have won 3 straight games and are 3-1 in conference play.
That's right, Juan. And guess who else went 2-0 this weekend? That's right, our women's soccer team defeated both Fort Lewis and Adams State on the road to also improve to 3-1 in the RMAC. Elise Bernard scored the game-winning goal against the Grizzlies, and it was Raina Banks who came up with the lone goal against the Skyhawks.
And finally, our tennis teams were in action this weekend as they took part in the Air Force Invitational in Colorado Springs. Freshman Danielle Llorente stepped up big, winning both her singles matches, while sophomore Tabitha Porter was incredible, winning both her singles matches and both her doubles matches. It was a great invite for both teams, and check back to RoadrunnersAthletics.com for all the results from Colorado Springs.
All right, guys, so now we bring in the head coach for our men's soccer team, Coach Jeremy Tittle. How you doing today?
Good evening, Celeste. How are you doing, Juan?
Good, thanks. Good. So you guys played on Wednesday. What was the preparation for that short turnaround from Sunday to Wednesday?
Yeah, we took our normal day off on Tuesday, trained on Monday, and then went at it on Wednesday and had a good result.
All right, so how pumped up were you guys to face CCU, get some revenge on Wednesday?
Yeah, you know, I think it's a common sports nomenclature of, get revenge on a team that you lost to before. But it's not generally something that we talk about. I'm sure it comes up, but not as often as maybe for us as commonly spoken about in sports. But certainly we needed 3 points. We wanted to get our win streak going here a little bit, and we said 1 win against South Dakota is not make a streak, and I wasn't sure that 2 was either. So we just kept talking about preparing and playing and turning a corner. We feel like we turned a corner.
So you guys scored first against CCU, and when you played them last week, that wasn't really the case. So did that play a factor in the game? Was that kind of a game changer for you guys?
Sure, and we've been talking about all year, the team that scores first has a significant advantage in the game. I think everybody that watches any level of soccer knows that. So, we missed a really good chance when we played CCU the first time, and when we had a goal called back as well early in the game, and that was really deflating. And then they get a goal and it made it hard to come back. But the next time around, as you said, we scored first and had a good run of it. We scored first against South Dakota too, and scored first again against them the second time around. So scoring first is a huge advantage for a team.
Yeah, so you were talking about how important it is to score first, and Nils Rumberg, he scored an amazing goal, taking on all the defense and just hitting on the first post. The goalie wasn't expecting that one. So talk to us about that goal, and did that get you going in the game?
Sure, and you score a goal like that, big individual effort early in the game. He went on a solo run, and he's a big guy, a big handful. He's good with his feet. And he scored the game winner against South Dakota Mines, so for him to score early in the next game, he's on a good run right now. He's a good goal scorer for us.
So that game, you guys would go on to score 4 goals and also get the shutout. So what do you say to your team after a game like that?
Good job, finally. Yeah, no, it's a complete game. Our attacking, defending, moments in transition, set pieces, a shutout, just 90 minutes worth. It was a good quality game for us.
Yeah, so you mentioned it was a complete game, and you guys were very solid on the attacking end as well as on the defensive end. So do you think that was the best performance of the year so far for your squad?
I don't know. I mean, some of the games we lost, we played some really good soccer. Other games, we weren't very good that day and we lost. But we've been in every game, regardless of whether we've been in form or out of form. Now we're finding our form and we're winning. That's a good combination to have. So we feel good about going into the next weekend.
All right, and South Dakota Mines was up next, and Dylan Wood, he scored the first goal of the game, and he's been scoring in both the last two games. So talk to us a little bit about Dylan.
Yeah, and, Dylan is center back for us, and he scored on 2 set pieces, and one of them, was clearly his own goal, and then the other one was kind of a slop around in the box, and he was there and finished it. And he did that at St. Edward's as well. There was a scrappy ball around in the box after a corner kick, and we played Dylan. Dylan spun and scored then too. And he's another guy that's like, you don't find him in the box that often, but when he is, watch out.
Yeah.
So, Coach, you guys now have 3 straight wins. It looks like you guys, are finally having fun out there. And it's like, I know for us broadcasters, it's exciting to see you guys on the field and just playing the game all you guys love.
Yeah. You can tell, can't you?
Yeah.
You can tell they're having a lot of fun now. Winning's no fun. But playing well and winning is a great combination, and they're really enjoying themselves right now.
Yeah, and they seem as if they have that chemistry that was missing early on in the season. So a big weekend is coming up. You guys travel to Regis on Friday and then go to Mines on Saturday. So what do you tell your team to prepare for those big rivals?
Yeah, one game at a time. We know there's 2 in a weekend. We prepare for both, but yet we got to take them in stride. Regis is always fun to go play at their place. They've got a great field, and I think they call us their crosstown rival, but I'm not sure. I think we feel like we've got 4 or 5 rivals. Everybody's a rival, know. So everybody's a rival in the RMAC. So it'll be a good game, I'm sure. As it always is with them. And then Mines, as you said, on Sunday. Tough competition this weekend for sure,
And they're undefeated too in the RMAC, so
yeah.
All right, Coach. Well, that's all we have for you today. But we thank you so much for coming out and wish you the best of luck with Regis and Mines this weekend.
Thank you.
So don't go anywhere because we'll be right back on the Coach's Corner.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to Make-A-Wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
Hi, my name is Yannick Schad. I'm a center mid at MSU Denver.
Yannick Schad for MSU Denver. They're doing a great job holding off Samuel Jackson.
And you're watching the Coach's Corner. Get rowdy.
I'm Justin Gleiber, senior defender at MSU Denver.
As they'll try and get a through ball, but Gleiber does well to knock it out of play.
And you're watching the Coach's Corner. Get rowdy.
I just want to tell you guys about a promotion happening here at the Tivoli Tap House, the Great American Beer Fest happening here October 4th from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Use the promo code MUG2017, that's MUG2017, to get 20% off and enjoy some nice beer. I won't be here, but Juan might, so make sure you guys order him. Well, Coach, congrats on joining Roadrunner family. Tell us a little bit about where you're from and why you chose to coach here at MSU Denver.
Thank you so much. I am from Georgia, grew up outside of Atlanta, went into the coaching in the Southeast, have been down there for a while, coached in Florida for 4 years, moved up to the North Georgia mountains. It's tough to say mountains when you move to Denver, but they were considered mountains there. One of the most attractive things about MSU Denver is the opportunity, the direction of the athletic program. All of the coaches, the community wanting to win and wanting to support each other. I look forward to coming in, hopefully picking up the same momentum that Daniel, the previous coach, had put together. I know Daniel, and I know he's a great guy, and he's done a great job here. So I'm excited to pick up where he left off and hopefully continue all of the success.
All right, so when did you realize you wanted to coach the sport of tennis?
So when I was very young, my uncle was a college tennis coach. He coached at the University of South Carolina for 29 years. I grew up going on their campus, seeing their players, playing on their courts, and his lifestyle just looked like something that I definitely wanted to do from an early age. So ever since I was young, I knew that I wanted to do some sort of coaching, and I'm lucky enough that I got my foot in the door into collegiate coaching, and have worked my way up to be a road runner.
And now you're living the dream, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, Coach, can you give us a little insight on your coaching philosophy?
Yeah, it's tennis is obviously unique when it comes to coaching and being a individual sport, but obviously the team score is what counts. My philosophy is get to know each individual as a person, figure out how each of them respond best, what's going to help each individual to use their talents, use their skills to succeed on court. Sometimes two people on the courts right next to each other will need something completely different. And so it's a fun but challenging aspect of the job is to figure out how to reach out to each of those people and to help them both and to, like I said, just give them the skills needed to succeed.
Okay, so what are some of the first things you told your team when you first got to meet them?
One of the first things that I told them was kind of what I expected. What I expected was, three things: was effort, attitude, and sportsmanship. I fully believe if you commit yourself to those three, that winning is the natural step that comes with that. Winning is not the end-all, be-all. I'll be honest with you, I don't like losing. I can handle it, but I don't like it. But that's I explained to them my expectations of how we're going to win, and I want to win the right way. And luckily, they've been so receptive, and they're such good young men and women that my transition's been so much easier.
All right, Coach, so you have a lot of returning players from both the men and women's team that won the RMAC championship. So how happy are you to inherit a team that kind of has, kind of that championship feel to them and they're just ready to win?
Yeah, it's a great feeling knowing that you're coming in and they've already done it, and they know what it takes to achieve that. There's a flip side of that is you want to make sure that they don't settle, that they're not just happy with doing it once and moving on. We are in a very fortunate spot with the players we have. So I'm in a spot where I want to keep up the momentum, keep them as motivated as possible, keep them working hard so that when it comes time for the tournament again, we can hopefully take both championships again.
All right, so your first day here as a Roadrunner was on Monday, and then your first match was on Thursday. So how crazy was that, and how did your first match against Nebraska Kearney go?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was definitely crazy. It was a fun crazy. It was a unique situation where I was still trying to learn how to pronounce everyone's names during the first match, but it went really well. I think it was a match that we definitely could have won, but I think the teams right now weren't in the best of shapes. I think they have been practicing, but not necessarily training hard in the right way, which is understandable without any direction that they had yet. I know they're all motivated. They understood exactly what the same reasons why the loss happened, and they were all very receptive in getting out and working hard as soon as those matches were over. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
All right, Coach, so you guys traveled down to Colorado Springs for the Air Force Invitational. How did that go for you guys?
It went really well. The first day, especially on the women's side, we just had some great results. We had some matches that were, if you look at the scores, they look like they weren't even close. We just had some women do great jobs of just taking advantage of all the opportunities they were given on court and coming off with good wins. The men's side, it was split. We had some guys who did really well. We had some guys who I think had some good losses, maybe some losses that will wake them up a little bit and, maybe cause them to train a little bit differently and a little harder. So it was unfortunate that the last day was rained out, that we couldn't finish it, but I think we got some really good tennis in.
All right, so the ITA regionals are up next for your squad. So for your viewers, for the viewers out there, so how do the ITAs work?
So the ITAs, all the teams out of our region get together and they play individually, both singles and doubles. And it works towards individual rankings, which go towards our regional rankings and can help with team rankings. Currently, we're in a good spot where we have our #1 singles player, Josh, is the #2 seed in the tournament. Joey is the #5 seed in the tournament on the men's side, and they together are the #2 seed for doubles. On the women's side, we have Emily Kerr and Courtney Wright are the #3 seeded doubles teams, and Tabitha Porter is the #8 seed going in for singles. So we have a good opportunity to do well and to show the rest of the region that we're here to win.
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about Tabitha Porter, who's going to be on the show right after you, but kind of just talk about her and what you've seen from her so far.
Yeah, Tabitha has been great. She's been a great leader on court and off court as well. She is one that has made my transition easy. She is very receptive to all the changes that are going on, and she's also very motivated on court. She is coming in as the #1 singles player currently, and she is regionally ranked in singles. She was the freshman of the year last year, I think regional player of the year. She's got a great future ahead. If she keeps up working as hard as she is right now, I see nothing but great things ahead and hopefully a high national ranking for her.
Awesome, that's exciting. Well, thanks, Coach. We are so happy you were able to come on the show today.
Thank you guys very much. It was a pleasure being here.
Yeah, this is your initiation. We do this for all the new coaches.
Absolutely.
You're good. You did the Coach's Corner. You're good.
Good. Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, we have Tabitha Porter coming up next here on the Coach's Corner, so don't go anywhere.
Metropolitan State University of Denver nurtures student aspiration and empowers lifelong success through personal attention and professional experience in an inclusive environment. Located in the heart of downtown Denver, the university offers broad access to a transformative undergraduate and graduate education on Colorado's most diverse college campus. And as a gateway to opportunity, MSU Denver advances the intellectual, social, cultural, and economic well-being of Denver and beyond.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Enough. Yeah, I'm over it.
We shouldn't need commercials to tell you we're powerful.
No thanks. Genders don't play sports. Athletes do.
Hola, I'm Jackie Lopez, senior libero from the women's volleyball team.
Joust at the net. Great job there by Lopez. Comes diving in.
And you're watching Coach's Corner. Get rowdy. I'm Basachi Fiatoa, senior middle blocker from Roadrunners volleyball team.
Excuse me, Gabby Varela. And hard hit there by Fiatoa, kind of coming out of nowhere.
And you're watching Coach's Corner. Get rowdy.
What's up, guys? And surprise, we have Tabitha Porter. Now let's see. First, we were supposed to have Alex Pessoa, and then Mackenzie. So now we have Tabitha. It's just we've been switching around everywhere, but it's okay because we have a third interview. Yeah, we're good. She's rocking the red. It's perfectly fine. So we'll just start it off. I'll ask the first question. So you're a sophomore. Recap your first year for us and how well it went for you.
Yeah, so my freshman year went really well. I couldn't have asked for a better year to start my tennis career at MSU. Yeah, it was just phenomenal, and to share it with like all my teammates, and then we had Anna that graduated. So it was just like a good year all up, and then making my transition into being like a sophomore. I want to carry that culture through and do the same, like do better, because why settle for what we did before, you know? So no, I'm just really excited to continue having a good year and everything. So yeah.
All right, so Coach Barrett is brand new here at MSU Denver, so you've only practiced under him for about a week, so what new things have you learned under him?
So at the moment we're just kind of getting to know each other, like his coaching style and what he expects from us. So I mean, I haven't learned a lot, but I'm excited to learn some more things. You know, we're on the road quite a bit, straight into tournaments and everything, so I'm excited just to see what feedback he has to give, and yeah, just exciting.
What are some of the specific things that you want to focus on this year, like that you want to improve on as well from last year?
For like my personal game?
Yeah.
So I would love to become a little bit more aggressive on the court, so if that means going for more shots in a way, like just striking the ball earlier and cleaner, and coming up to the net and getting confident at the net would be ideal. But yeah, just there are a few things I can think of at the moment, but yeah, that'd be quite cool. Yeah.
So Tabitha, you're the reigning freshman player of the year and also player of the year. So do you still think about that? Like, did you walk into the season kind of with that in the back of your head, or was it kind of just like, that's the past, new season, or what was kind of your take on that?
Yeah, so kind of feel like a lot of expectation, like okay, yeah, player of the year, freshman of the year, you know, all of those kind of titles, and it was lovely to have as a freshman, but as a sophomore now, like I want to strive for bigger and better, and I want to challenge myself. So you know, we've got the ITA regionals coming up this weekend. So last year didn't have a great run, like I lost first round, did all right in the back draw. Same with doubles, so hopefully this time around I can do better. So yeah, not settling for what I did do last year, but you know, this year I want to go and just prove that I'm not going to settle for what I already have, you know. So yeah.
All right, so you're entering your second year, and you're one of the veterans, you're one of the leaders of this squad. So what do you tell the incoming players?
So we've got Alex coming in as a freshman, and you know, she's got so much like spirit and character. She's so cool. So I just tell her like, let's continue like the positive vibes we got going on, and just have fun, but also work together as a team. I think that's so important, and just be there and not like a team player. Like you've got to work together if you want the results that we want, you know. And same with some of the guys that come on. Yeah, just being really welcoming, really inviting, being there for what they need, and just being selfless for sure. So yeah.
So far in this season, how is the women's team looking?
Yeah, pretty good. Like, I think we all kind of want to do some conditioning just to get used to everything. That would be kind of ideal to do at the moment, actually. But yeah, I think we all want the same things. We want to do well, and yeah, so.
All right, so you've already had a meet and a tournament under your belt this season. How do you feel like this season? How would you rate your play?
So our first match we played Nebraska Kearney, I think, yeah. And okay, cool. And I think we lost 6-3. but under the conditions, we just got a new coach and we barely practiced and stuff. We didn't do that bad, and then we just had Air Force this weekend. Unfortunately, due to the weather, we did pull out, but I think we all performed really well, and we had to tackle a few injuries with some of the girls, but I think we've got very exciting things ahead for sure, and I'm excited to see where we go. Yeah.
Are there any professional players that you look up to?
Oh gosh, there's a few. Most people are like, you must like Serena Williams, you must like Maria Sharapova. I'm like, no, not really. I enjoy like some people's spirit, some people's gameplay, but there's not like one person I'm just like, yes, like they're my idol. But I do enjoy a few like different people. Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks so much for coming on the show last minute.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I bet that was like so stressful.
You just took me away from my study, so I'm more than happy.
Glad we can help with that. All right, guys. Well, before we let you guys go, we're going to get you guys caught up on everything that's going to happen this weekend. Both the men's and women's soccer teams will be on the road this weekend. As we mentioned, Coach Tittle's squad will head just up the road on Friday to take on the always tough Rangers from Regis. That game will take place at 3 p.m. Then on Sunday, the Roadrunners will face off against Colorado Mines in Golden, and those Ore Diggers are undefeated in conference play at 4-0. The women's team will continue their road trip heading to Salt Lake City to take on Westminster. Then it's on to Grand Junction to battle the Mavericks from Colorado Mesa.
That's right, Celeste, and the volleyball team will also head out of state to continue conference play. On Friday, Coach Glenn's squad will take on New Mexico Highlands in Las Vegas, New Mexico. Then the following night, the schedule leads them back to Colorado in Pueblo to fight it out with the Thunderwolves. The cross-country team is back in action and they'll head to Fayetteville, Arkansas for the Chili Pepper Festival. That meet will take place on Saturday, so follow RoadrunnersAthletics.com to follow the cross-country team and the rest of the MSU Denver sports.
That's right, Juan, and we want to mention that our women's golf team will be teeing off at the West Texas A&M Lady Buff Stampede next Monday and Tuesday. So you want to wish the entire squad the best of lucks in Amarillo. All right, guys, well, that's going to do it for today's show, but we will see you guys next Monday. Thank you so much for tuning in. From Coach Jeremy Tittle, Coach Barrett Elkins, and Tabitha Porter, the whole MSBN crew, I'm Celeste, Zubia, and we'll see you guys next week.
I pledge. I pledge.
I pledge.
I pledge.
Here at MSU Denver.
To identify situations in which sexual assault may occur.
It's on us.
To get a friend home safely.
To stop sexual harassment.
To recognize that non-consensual sex is sexual assault.
I pledge.
I pledge.
To create an environment in which sexual assault is unacceptable and survivors are supported.
It's on us.
All of us. Here at MSU Denver.
To never blame the victim.
To intervene in situations where consent has not or cannot be given.
Learn more and take a pledge at itsonus.org.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.